Alright guys, welcome back to Death from Above 40k. How's everyone going? I've been a bit quiet lately. I've been hiding away. I've had the flu and all sorts of stuff that's going on, and in that time I've been hiding away painting a new army for the channel. I finally got it up to 1350 points. It's an AdMech army, and I'll have a bit of a look through what I've got in it. So I've been taking my time with it. We've got a Dominus, we've got a Tech Priest engines here which I made out of the guy that come with these guys, because I'll be buying more of them. I figure I'll get another model. He's got an axe and stuff like that. Just gave him the more cool looking head. Got some of these guys. I've got a couple of them with the grav guns and the phosphor blasters. Coming over here, we've got some with plasma cannons and flamers. Got an Naga Dune Crawler with the Antitank. Got a couple of these little guys in here. They need a little bit more work. And then we've got the big guy up the back, who I've been making to match this army. And I've been doing the purple bits on him and stuff. He's gonna need... He's done, except what I've got to do is on the purple bits I've got to do some freehand and stuff. So that's the 1350. A little bit of close-up of stuff and where I'm at. And now I'll sort of go over a couple of the test matches I've had while I've been painting it, and through a bit of tactics of how I've used them. Alright guys, so I'm just going to go through a bit of, in the test games, how I've been using them. Now I didn't film these battle reports because the stuff wasn't painted and I was just testing things out as I went. So in the army so far, I've managed to put together a battalion. So the battalion being 1, 2 HQs and then 1, 2, 3 troops. Moving forward, I'm probably not going to be using these guys in the list because I just want to use more of the Castellan destroyers. I think they're much cooler models. They put out an absolute crap ton of firepower. They're just really good. So, in the armies that I played, I use this army as Rizza. That's what I've been running them as so far. So Rizza comes with a few cool things. One of them is they've got a relic called the Plasma Specialists. And in that, pretty much, you pay a command point and your plasmas are +1 to wound and +1 damage. So if you don't overheat your plasma culverins, you can still be wounding things really easily and also doing 2 damage. Or you can overcharge them and be strength 8 with a +1 to wound. So pretty much putting them up in las cannon territory and you're doing a flat 3 damage. So really good. And that's only 1 command point. The other ones I'm running with the grav cannons because I just wanted to try them out, and they were really brilliant in the test game. Things like marines or any kind of infantry, just clears them out. Each guy gets 5 shots, and I gave them the phosphor guns too because these guys sort of sit back and hold objectives. These ones I've given the flamethrowers to because they sort of sit around the Dominus for the reroll ones. The Dominus gives the reroll ones like a Space Marine captain. So with their plasma, overcharging makes them a little bit safer. And he can also repair them, which is really handy. Then behind that, to get it even a bit more like layers of depth, these Castellan destroyers, which I've given all the phosphor blasts, so they get 9 shots each at strength 6 AP 2. But then there's a stratagem in here called the elimination volley, which is use it in the shooting phase when you're near a Castellan destroyer's unit. It's 2 command points. But each unit, when they shoot, gets to add 1 to their hit rolls. So these are then hitting on 3-ups, and these are hitting on 3-ups. And then you got your reroll 1s from this guy. So sort of in a turn where you really want to destroy something, you spend your 3 command points, plasma specialists on this, elimination volley, and then everything's just really accurate, firing really well. And that's so far what I've been doing. One of the other ones is... I'm trying to think of the name of it. I was going to test run them as it. I think it's Styges. Now in the Styges one, yeah, with the clandestine infiltration, it gives you the neg 1 to hit outside of 12 inches. So it's your standard Raven Guard, Night Lords, all that sort of stuff. Where if you're more than 12 away, it's neg 1 to hit. I've seen a lot of these now are getting changed to like better cover saves and that moving forward because neg 1 hits a bit of a big boon. I won't be going down that path. I think I'm going to stick with Rizza for a while and keep that up. One of the other things I liked about Rizza was it's a weapon. So I've given this guy the Volkite Blaster, which is his standard weapon. Now you can swap that out for what they call Weapon XCIX, which makes his gun. It's 24-inch, heavy 3, strength 7, -1 AP, 2 damage. But each time you make a wound roll of 6+, you also do a mortal wound. So while he's sitting back there repairing things and all that sort of stuff, he can join in on a bit of shooting, which the army is definitely not lacking any firepower, as you can see. It is a little bit more elite, but I really like it this way. Then for this guy, I've given him, forgive me if I'm not saying this right, the Mecha Dominator. Yeah, Mecha Dominator. Oh no, it's not Mecha Dominator. It's Necro Mechanic. So each time my Warlord uses a repair, add 1 additional wound. So you can repair pretty much anything here, D3 wounds, and that just adds 1. That comes in handy just for, you know, if one of these has been shot down to 1 wound, you're guaranteed that you're going to bring it back to full strength. If you're healing something like this, that helps as well, because then there's also another, is it Tech Adept? Yep, so it's called Tech Adept. So once, say you healed this vehicle, he does D3 +1, and then you can pay 1 command point for Tech Adept, and you can do the healing roll again. So you can possibly heal a vehicle like this 8 wounds. Now, that sort of works pretty well for like fixing, you know, units, fixing these guys back here. This guy can also do some healing as well. So it's quite resilient in the test games when I was playing. You know, if people aren't finishing things off or really focus firing, I was managing to repair things back up to full strength and then hit them back with a lot of firepower. So that was pretty cool. As a centerpiece, oh, sorry, I'll go over these guys too. The little, what are they called again? I've got to be honest, they're only in the list to fill it at 1350. As it gets bigger, they'll be removed. It's Qatari Vanguard. So they were alright. They had these they got Assault 3, range 18 guns that do 2 damage when you roll a 6, which is not bad, but I feel like to get the most out of it, you'd really have to spam them. Running a 5-man unit like that, this is more just, like I said, to fill out a battalion. I've got 2 more boxes of these, so I've got a total of 12, so that's what will be replacing these little dudes. But I do have more of them as well, so who knows what will happen in the future. I may add them in as the army gets bigger. But as I said, Cataphrone destroys for days. So next we've got the Castellan robots. I've got 2 of them so far. I need to buy more of them. They're quite hefty in price. They're like 110 bucks for 2. So I'm sort of painting them, then working with them, buying more. I think if I get 2 more, I'm going to go to close combat ones. So for now, I've got 2 shooty ones. So that gives me 18 shots. You can always do... I don't mind staying with the Aegis protocol, which gives +1 to armor and invul saves, which means that on the first turn they've actually got a 2-up save and a 4-up invulnerable. Now these things are tough 7 with 6 wounds, and they already come with 9 shots each, so I kind of don't mind that resilience and just sitting back and having longevity. But if you want to swap the canonical, it takes a turn anyway, and then you can swap it over to, I think it's Conqueror protocol, where you, oh no, Protector protocol, where they can shoot double the number of shots, so it'll go from 18 to 36 shots. So it's really good. My brother was collecting this army as well. We might even join forces, and he was using it on the weekend, and yeah, it took down a knight. Speaking of which, we have a knight in the middle. So the big fella, I have gone with the Knight Crusader. So I've given him all the bells and whistles. He's got the battle cannon, Avenger Gatling cannon, heavy stubbers, flamers, and the rockets on the back. I've only used the rockets as the like high strength 8 AP2 rockets. I haven't used the like whirlwind type one. But you never know, in a game I might actually give that a run. I can see how it could be useful because nothing else in my army has the ability to shoot out of line of sight. So I'll see how I go with that. But he's pretty straightforward. He just moves around, shooting the absolute crap out of everything. It comes in handy too with this, how I was saying before, how it heals. When you heal a knight, it's just 1 wound, but with that Warlord trait, it makes it 2, and then I can heal again for a command point. So you can just give the knight back a flat 4 wounds. So it could come in handy. It's not game breaking, but it could keep it alive for another turn of shooting or whatever, and then you pay the other command points so that your knight always fires on the top tier. He's pretty straightforward. He's more in the list just because, I don't know, he's cool. I don't want to run a whole army of knights, but I do like knights. Alright, then going back over to the Anaga group, Doomcrawler. I ummed and ahed about what I was going to arm this with for a long time, but looking over the list, I needed something that was just purely anti-tank. And having a look at this thing, this gun, it is D3 shots, which, you know, you might get 1 shot or 3 shots, obviously. But it's strength 10, AP4, D6 damage, which is really good because AP4 is just killer. But the other thing is, any damage rolls of 1 or 2 counters 3, so it always does a minimum of 3 damage. That's what really sold it for me. So when you're firing at a vehicle, you could be doing... One of the things I hate about las cannons is when you roll a 1 or 2 and you don't do much damage, whereas this is always going to be a flat 3. So I'll probably get another one of them, so I've got 2, then I can use some of these other little buffs they get. They can move without having any penalty to their shooting. You know, they're pretty resilient. They're tough 7, 11 wounds. They do degrade over time, but that's alright because that's what this guy's here for. Fix it up. And it comes with two stubbers as well, so it gets 6 anti-infantry gun shots. If I did add another one, a lot of people have said add the Icarus Ray. I'm not really big on it. I like high strength weaponry, and like for volume of shots with AP, that's what these guys are sort of for. So I need something that's more, well, for killing a knight. So that's pretty much what I've got in the list so far. As I said, running with Rizza and trying things out. I'm really new to this army. I've had 2 games with it so far. I did win both games. One of them was by the skin of my teeth, and the other one was just a domination of Dark Angels where they probably didn't bring the right thing and I just gunned them off the map. It actually wasn't very fun. As I said, I haven't filmed them, but these will be on the channel moving forward now. So if you want to have a look at more of this army, or you've got any sort of feedback you can give me, jump on board, let me know, and sort of we'll get amongst it and grow the army on the channel and get some good battles out of it. If you've enjoyed this, like and subscribe, and I couldn't even say it properly. Like and subscribe, and I'll get back to you with a battle report. I don't know who I'll be fighting yet, but we'll see. All right, guys, enjoy your evening.